Hey folks, so a lot of you are searching for how to turn a sketch into a video, and that's exactly what I want to show you today. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use this sketch that is made by Chris Curry. As you can see, it looks great, and we will be turning this into a video. But before that, I was really curious, and this video is going to involve a bit of a theory, but as you will see, this bit of theory is important, and I will also explain this later on. Okay, so I went to ChatGPT and I gave it this prompt, okay, that if I have a sketch and I wanted to turn it into a video, what should I keep in mind while prompting an image to video converter? Now, we have got a couple of different kind of AI video tools. So the one that we are going to use primarily here, this is called as Flow. This is built by Google. As you can see, I will include this link down below. So when you go to create with Flow, okay, what you will see is that we have got a couple of, we go here and we click on new project, and as you will see here, we have got two kinds of options. Okay, so I go here and you can see that if I just select ingredients just to make this simpler initially, then either I can simply just give it a text prompt about what I want to create, or what I can do is that I can, let's say, upload something like an image. I can upload any image. Let's say I upload this image. Okay, so what it can do is that it will either use this image as reference, and then I can maybe like add some kind of a prompt here, like this is an image of a dog running. This image will just load in a bit, so I can either ask it to, hey, just make this ask this dog to run or something like that. It will use this image as a reference, or including an image is completely optional. I can simply just prompt it, hey, just come up with maybe, let's say, a golden retriever running across a field. So I can either add a prompt, or I can just upload an image of a dog. If I have, let's say, a dog as a pet and I want to make a video of it running across, I don't know, maybe across the moon or something, then I can upload that image of the dog here, and I can just simply ask the AI to, hey, just refer to this image and make that dog run. Okay, so the gist is that there are two types of tools. Either you can go from simply text to video, or you can go from image to video. Okay, and if you are going to go from image to video, then you can either pass it a reference image. That is one way to go about it. Or if I just simply delete this, then we have got two options. Okay, as you see, currently what we are doing is that firstly, on when we go to Google Flow, okay, you can either create image or you can create a video. The first option that you see here, image, that simply means that it will create an image using Nano Banana 2. Okay, there are a bunch of other image models as well, but let's ignore them. So what you need to do is you want to go ahead and click on video, and that's when you will see the options for creating a video. The options that we saw currently for uploading an image or entering a text prompt, that comes when you use the ingredients feature. Okay, but what if I select on frames? Okay, when I select on frames, then you'll see that I get two additional options here. I get the start option and I get the end option. So start means I can give the AI the start frame for the video, and the end option means that I can give it the end frame for the video. So it will use the start frame, the video will start from that very frame, and then the AI will figure out the portion in between on how it needs to go from the start frame to the end frame. So this is very powerful if you want to use this feature. We'll also be using this. Okay, so now let's just go back to ChatGPT, and yeah. So like I was telling you, there are two types of tools. There is image to video and there is text to video. So I asked ChatGPT, hey, let me just fix the zoom, fix the focus. Okay. So I told it that, hey, I have a sketch and I want to turn it into a video. What should I keep in mind while prompting an image to video converter? And this is what ChatGPT said, that firstly, you have to ensure that you describe the motion correctly. Okay. Just a moment. Yep. Okay, so firstly it says describe the motion correctly, and then it gives me a couple of examples. A weak prompt is a cowboy in the desert. A better prompt is a cowboy slowly moving through a windy desert coat and hat fluttering in the wind. So you see, the more descriptive you are, the better the results will align as per your expectations. Then another recommendation is that you define the camera movement. For example, slow cinematic zoom towards the character as dust blows across the scene. Then it also says that, hey, if you want to preserve the sketch style, then you can do that. So animated in the same rough pencil sketch style. Okay, so like I was telling you, we have this image. Now, what if it's not really going to be clear to the AI that, hey, do you want to keep this sketch throughout the video, or maybe do you want to turn this into a more realistic looking colorful image of a dog running across the field or anything like that. So the AI doesn't know that. Do you want it to keep the sketch the black and white sketch style? If you have a black and white sketch, do you want it to retain that style, or do you want to turn it into a colorful image? The AI doesn't know that. So that's what this prompt mentions, that you should define whether you want to preserve the sketch style or not. Then add environment details. Okay, so and an example is wind blowing sand across the desert while clouds drift slowly overhead, right? So just ensure you add these kinds of details, and we have got 2 more pointers. Control the tone and the cinematics. This helps the AI choose the lighting and the pacing. For example, cinematic lighting, dramatic shadows, slow motion. Now, of course, I don't really expect you to know all of this, but I'm just covering these points so that you just have an idea that if you sort of want to get into the detail, you can do that. But of course, I understand that most of us are lazy, so I'm going to give you a lazy hack around this as well. Okay, so but just bear with me. And then the final 2 prompts that we have is that you can specify the duration and intensity. For example, slow subtle motion, gentle movement, or a high energy action. And then the last tip is just to simply avoid overloading the prompt, right? A short prompt usually has subject, motion, environment, camera, and style. Okay, but and then at the end, if you will see, ChatGPT itself is saying, hey, if you want, you can also show me your sketch and I can help you write a high quality prompt that works with image to video models. And yeah, exactly, that's what I did. I am not really going to go ahead and write that prompt. So I simply passed this image to ChatGPT, and then I told it, hey, I am attaching a photo of the sketch I have. I will upload the same photo to an image to video tool. What prompt would you recommend I can use to turn it into a video? And then this is the prompt that it gave. It gave me a couple of options. So I simply chose the first one. Okay. But then of course you can sort of go back and forth with it and kind of refine the prompt. Okay. But I went ahead with this very prompt, and then what I did was that I went to Google Flow. Okay. I simply clicked on create with flow. It opened a new tab, and then what I did was that, just a moment, yep. And then what I did was I went ahead here and I ensured that we were using ingredients, not frames. Keep in mind, we used ingredients, and then I just selected this option, and of course video was selected at the top. Then I clicked on plus. I uploaded the sketch that I had. So just a moment. So this image, I simply uploaded this image, and then I pasted that text prompt that we had here, and I hit generate. Okay, so it will take a couple of minutes to generate, but I already went ahead and generated the image. Okay, now let's do a quick read through of the prompt of what it actually suggested, so that we just have a quick idea of what the video should look like. Okay, so the prompt says hand-drawn pencil sketch of a dog in a side profile wearing a collar. The dog calmly looks to the left, then subtly blinks and slightly moves its ears as if it is reacting to a distant sound. Gentle breathing motion in the chest. A light breeze softly ruffles the fur. Maintain the original graphite pencil sketch style on textured paper. Cinematic close-up with a slow, subtle camera push-in. Okay, so this is what it did. And let's see how okay. And then it uploaded this image, and then you can simply just write this text prompt and send it off to generate the video. Okay, but now let's look what the video turned out like. Okay, so yeah, this is it. So yeah, not the best video in the world, but yeah, it's actually good. Okay, and you will see this thing here as well. Another thing that I should mention here is that you might notice that we have got VO 3.1 fast selected. This costs 20 credits, and Google Flow gives you some daily credits. It's currently 150 credits that they give you on a daily basis, but this might change in the future. So just keep that in mind. So if you use something like VO 3.1 fast, it will cost you 20 credits. But if I go ahead and if I select VO 3.1 quality, then it's going to cost me 100 credits. And since you get just 150 credits daily, you are essentially limited to one VO 3.1 quality generation, and you can also get like 2 VO 3.1 fast generations. So the model that I used across all these generations is VO 3.1 fast. And but yeah, you can of course use the quality model, and that might end up giving you better results. So just something to keep in mind. And then what I did is that I also went ahead and signed up on Runway. So this is another popular image to video tool out there, and I went ahead and I thought, hey, like, let's give Runway a shot as well. And what you will see is what I did here is that I gave it the very same prompt, and I just added a thing at the top of the prompt, is that I just told it, hey, I am attaching a photo of the sketch, I want you to turn it into a video. And then I just included the prompt as is. Okay, the same prompt was used in the flow creation that I showed you, and we are using a similar prompt here. Okay, and let me actually just show you how the video turned out. But before that, I used the Gen 4 turbo model here, because that's the only free model that we have. The rest of the models, as you can see, they are on their paid tier. Okay, so you can do that. But yes, we get VO 3.1 here, we get Sora 2 here, so you do get multiple models in Runway if you want to use it. But I use the free version. And another distinction between VO models and Gen 4 Turbo, and by the way, this model is made by Runway themselves, so this is their proprietary model, and VO is Google's model. Okay, so VO models generate sound, but Runway's models don't do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and play the video. This is what it turned out. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It is just the dog is not doing anything, and yeah. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And another thing that you have to keep in mind is that you get 100 credits, and you get 125 credits, I think, once you sign up. And these are just one-time credits that you get. So each generation will sort of lead to, I think it costs 25 credits. Okay, so I started with 125. Now I'm at 100 after this one generation. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that you get 125 credits at the moment. This is bound to change, but at the moment, this is what we get. Okay, so I stuck with flow, and then I just wanted to try a couple of different things. Now, what I ended up doing next is that, hey, I wanted to give the other features a shot, right? So I went ahead to ChatGPT and I told it, hey, I want the video to fill the black and white sketch with colors and make the dog run. Can you update the prompt to mention this? And then it gave me a new prompt. So this was the prompt. And I actually ended up using this one, since it mentioned that, hey, they should work better. So I used this prompt. I went again to flow, and I think, yeah, let me just close this tab. So this is the video that I showed you with the first prompt. Then this is the video that it generated with the second prompt. Okay. So not the best transition, I guess, but still, it's a pretty good video. Again, you might get better results with the quality model, so you can try that out. But this is also a good video. It's not really bad. Maybe it's usable, but you can maybe sort of crop it, or maybe you can just trim some portions of it, and you might get a usable result, but your mileage will vary, okay, based on the model, based on your image, etc, etc. And that's why it's very important that you try and put some time into the prompt to make sure that it is better. Okay, Now, lastly, I wanted to try the ingredients feature that we have in Google Flow. So for that, I told it, hey, this image to video tool also allows me to pass an end frame for the video. I can use the sketch image that I have as the start frame. Can you generate the end frame? And so this is the end frame that it generated. Okay. And I passed this off to Flow. I was about to pass this off to Flow, but before that, I thought, hey, does the following prompt stay the same, or do I need to make any changes to it now that we are using we are passing start and end frame? Do we need to make any changes to the prompt? That's what I wanted to ask it. And hey, now it said that because you are now providing both a start frame and an end frame, you should slightly adjust the prompt. And then it gave me the updated prompt. This is what, and I just simply went ahead. I gave this, this was the start image, this was the end image, and this is the video that we have. So let's take a look at it. So not the best definitely, but again, you can try this out multiple times. You can try it with the quality model. I used the fast model across all the generations, and there are other video models as well, like we saw on Runway. So you can we also have Kling models have been in the news recently. VO models are there. OpenAI has Sora models. We also have some Van models. So there are a bunch of models that you can check out, and I also have these models. Just a moment. So you can use the multiple models that you have on Runway. So that is one way where you can access the multiple models. And another way where you can access these models is on AI for chat. Okay, so you get the text to video tools here, and you get the image to video tools here. So let's say if I go to text to video, then you can simply just enter the text prompt, and you can select the models that you want. And we have more options here than we get on something like Runway. So you get more models to choose from, and then you can select the aspect ratio, and then you simply hit generate. Okay, that's about it. And if you sort of want to maybe compare multiple models, then you can go ahead and use the AI video playground that is there on AI for chat. So you go there, you select the models that you want. Let's say we go with LTX and VO. Okay, then you sort of say, you just configure the models, you select the what you want to use. You want to use text to video, image to video. You select the aspect ratios, you select the image, and then you simply just click on generate, and then it will give you both outputs simultaneously. You can compare them. You can also, go for multiple models, etc., etc. So just something that you can check out if you want to. And I also saw sometime a while ago that the default Gemini app also had it allowed you to create videos, but turns out that is not true. I actually gave it this prompt that, hey, I'm attaching a photo of the sketch I have. I want you to turn it into a video. Earlier, what used to be there is that when you went to tools in the Gemini app, you used to see a create video option here. They have apparently removed that and replaced it with the create music option. So now that it's not available, I thought maybe I can just force it into, if I mention that, hey, I want you to create a video, maybe it will it will have access to that VO tool, and maybe it's not just showing up here. And if I include that in the prompt, and maybe it will create that image, it will create the video. That's what I thought. But then it just simply asked me to, hey, you can upgrade your subscription, and then I can create that video for you. And then these were the plans that they have. So this is the free plan currently, and you get some kind of credits for Flow. Okay, and then you get like 50 daily AI credits used for video generation across Flow and Whisk. But keep in mind that like I showed you, we have about 150 credits, not so if I just go back here and I click here, okay, you can still see that I have 90 AI credits left, and I have already generated, I think, like 4 or 5 videos. We started with I think 125 or 150 credits in here. So you do get a lot of credits. Just don't go as per the pricing or things that they are mentioning right here. But yes, this is the way you can go about it essentially. So just keep in mind that anything you want to do, if you want to work on the prompt, etc., etc., you can do that. Just ask ChatGPT, have a back and forth go with it. You can ask it to create the end frame, start frame, etc., etc. Give it your sketch. It will tell you the prompt and exactly what you need to do. So I hope you find the video helpful. If that was the case, then make sure you like, subscribe, follow, etc. You know the drill. This helps the algorithm, and if you want me to work on any specific videos, then make sure you can definitely drop your suggestions down in the comment section below. I'll try and reply to every comment that you guys have. Any queries that you have, you can also hit me up on place like Twitter, etc. But make sure you subscribe and like this video if you found it helpful. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys have a lovely day, have a great week ahead, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.